decades ago while seeking the Iridian homeworld. I am eager to acquire any information Typhon left behind.
My parents' turd farm wasn't far from here. One time skags ate some of our tools, but I hunted those bastards down and licked them good. And only now it occurs to me that that expression might not sound so great. Who cares? I am who I am, and I'm telling you, I licked those skags real good. When I was 16, my parents died, and I buried them at their turd farm. Afterwards, I started thinking, what am I still doing on Pandora? I gotta get off this ass crack. So I snuck onto a merchant ship bound for Promethea. Good thing I was smaller back then, better for sneaking. At the time, no one on Pandora ever thought I'd amount to anything, let alone become a legendary explorer. But, like I always say, heroes come in all shapes and sizes. Pandora's a strange and harsh place. Sometimes, I get the feeling the whole planet is trying to shake us off like a tick-infested skag. But I'll tell you one thing. If I do find the Iridian homeworld someday, I'm gonna finally get some answers. Hey, aliens, I'll say. What's so freaking special about Pandora?
A Typhon cache has been located! What a specimen! Though human contact normally makes me break out in hives, I'd share my secret laboratory with him any day. But if you tell anyone that, I'll deny it and begin to poison you slowly.
By now, you've probably noticed that Pandora isn't the friendliest of planets. I'm guessing it's not any safer in your day than it was in mine. So if you see something coming, shoot first. We just call that a Pandoran handshake. Hey, who the hell are you? I'm Typhon Nice to meet you. Here's a med pack. Yeah, I'm doing an Echo series. Sure, I'll sign an autograph. Hey, fellow adventurers. This is Typhon Some history dweebs paid me a buttload to record an Echo series about my adventures, and Typhon needs a new ship. Crashed the old one, angry saurian broodmother, runaway sandwich, long story. Anywho, I was born to a family of turd farmers. Lot of money in turds those days. Good dependable fuel turds. That's why I always say, if you step in crap, consider the upside. My old stomping grounds. See that big-ass monster skeleton? I was so busy hunting Iridian crap one day that he almost stomped me into a Pandora pancake. But I dove at the last second, and then I did a triple backflip straight into his mouth, right past the teeth, and shot my way out his sphincter. I smelled like monster ass for weeks, but I'd do it again, and I did.
Fascinating. It seems that although Typhon disappeared decades ago, just after finishing his Echo series, his generosity extends beyond the grave. He left a weapons cache for his fans.
I couldn't find that vault on Eden 6, I figured I'd come back to Pandora and see what had changed over the years. Turns out, it was Atlas looking for the vaults. I guess old Montgomery Jacobs was right after all. One night during my midlife crisis, with the light of Elvis shining down on me, I thought of Queen Dido, and I said to myself, what the hell is the point of life anyway? Who cares about the vaults? Then, I heard some growling stacks, so I threw my backhand at them and started yelling. Vaults, Pandora, loot, adventure. What was the freaking point if I had no one to share it with?
By the time I came to Pandora and was summarily stranded here, Typhon Leon had already left. Oh, if only our paths had crossed. While I while away the hours thinking of what could have been, enjoy your loot cache, Vault Hunter.
The ship was kaput. I think to myself, if I'm gonna die in this desert, then I might as well pour some spaceship fuel on the wound and see what happens. Well, I start screaming. Pretty soon another ship lands, an Atlas ship, and for a second, I was dumb enough to think I'd been saved. Then I see this grinning asshole coming over the dune, and on my turd farmer parents' grave, it was Aslan de Vega, coming to finish me off. One day, I come across a big mother of a ship. Well, I took it for a joyride around Delphis and went on a low-grab bender. Eventually, I sober up and head back. Just as I enter orbit, some asshole shoots out my engine and I crash land. I don't know how long I was out, but when I came to, I saw my leg was busted up real good. I remember thinking, it's infected. Stinks, too. Sort of fun to poke, though. Pokey, pokey, pokey. At least I've got company, eh, stink leg? Then I says to myself, talking to a leg, I'm losing my freaking mind. Say, stink leg, you think I'm losing my mind or what? I'm gonna die. Aslan de Vega shot my ship down. Well, I went and hid in a big old pile of turds. That night, I remember looking up at the stars and wondering, why would the Iridians come to Pandora anyway? They're supposed to be the smartest in the universe. They built the vaults. It don't make no sense. If I make it out of this turd pile alive, I tell myself, I'm gonna find those Iridians and I'm gonna get some answers.
Ensconcing oneself in horrid body excretions has a way of focusing the mind. Several of my most important discoveries have occurred while residing in the carcass of a saurian. Your loot awaits.
Oof.
Was an Atlas researcher whose team had been slaughtered, but that didn't stop her. She needed a local to show her around all the Iridian spots, and I was more than happy to. Leda was way better than Aslan de Vega. For one thing, she didn't sweat so much. Plus, she could read some Iridian. Not much, but enough. There's a lot of treasure in the galaxy, but the rarest loot of all is love. Sweet on Leda, and she knew it. Together we started looking for clues to the long-lost Iridian homeworld, Necro de Feo. It was her dream to find it, and pretty soon, it became my dream too. The first time I ever heard the name of the Iridian homeworld was from Lada's own lips. We were driving across the desert in my turd buggy when we came across some ruins. The bot scattered out, chirping and beeping. I keep an eye out for the racks while Leda starts digging in the sand. Then she looks up at the moon and says, Necrotafeo. As if she could already see it. Necrotafeo. Ha! That's a funny name.
So, Typhon's quest for Necrotafeo started with Leda? I feel lied to by history books. And if I can't trust those... my paradigm is shifting, and I'm about to puke. Vault Hunter, go find your loot cache.
And his cronies chased me all over Pandora. Why, I hid in every turd pile I could find. But eventually, I realized I couldn't keep running. So I picked a defensible valley, juicy with turds, and decided to make my stand. I found Aslan's ship and flew it back to my parents' turd farm. A fresh start. I had to make an honest living. They taught me how to farm turds, so that's what I did. One day, I look up from a big old juicy turd to see this lady staring at me. Boy, she was a looker. Excuse me, she says. I'm looking for Typhon Log. Well, I jump straight out of that turd hole and say, baby, you're looking at him. Say, what's your name? Leda, she says. I'm looking for a guide. And I says, all right, let me just throw this turd in the silo and we'll go. This was the place where I made my stand. I remember the wind in my hair and blood on my hands. I started making rat calls to lure Aslan de Vega's cronies out one by one and smashed them with a big old rock. After a while, it was just me and Aslan. I know you hear, DeLeon. End of the line, he says. So I yell at him, you know what your problem is, Aslan? You ain't got no friends. And right as he points his gun at me, boom! Those skags I threw the Verkuvian ham at jumped him. After the skags were done chowing down, I went by to pay my respects. But only the ham remained.
I can see how Typhon would be drawn to the simple life of a turd farmer after everything he'd been through. I know how he felt. My parents were blue-collar isotope designers. Not a hyper PhD between them. Off to your loot, then.
History dweebs asked me to leave some words of wisdom before me and Leda head off to look for Necrotafeo. You know, just in case we don't come back. Anywho, here goes. Be nice to people. And never, ever forget your backhand. Got the History Dweebs moolah. Bought a new ship, and we're all packed. So that's it, folks. Me and Leda are gonna search for the planet Necrotafeo, homeworld of the Iridians. You can try to find me if you like, but be careful. If you follow in the footsteps of giants, sometimes you're gonna step in giant-sized crap. This is Typhon Log signing off. Hey Leda, have you seen my backhand? Soldiers kept arriving on Pandora, so I figured it was time to split. Well, me and Leda started making preparations to go to Necra de Feo. Supplies, astrolabes, picked up a few bots in the desert from some traders. Said our goodbyes. I went to old Aslan's grave and took a big old dump on it. The putz. Now I'm just waiting for those history dweebs to send me the moolah for this Echo series, and then we're out of here.
Typhon de Leon. Truly an inspiration. I could hardly have chosen a better childhood idol. My first kiss was with a poster of him. First, a lot of things.